What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, my name is Hannah. If you're not new, welcome back. Welcome to a packing video. I have created so many of these on my channel and you guys love them, and I love filming them because I love creating travel content in general. So whether it is resetting from vacation, prepping for vacation, packing for vacation, the actual vacation vlog, I just love filming them, so I'm so glad that you guys love them. This one's gonna be a little bit different than the ones that I've done in the past. I've done a pack with me for Costa Rica, I've done a pack with me for 2 cruises, I've done a pack with me for Europe. I've done a lot of pack with me vlogs, you guys get the point. But today we're gonna be doing a pack with me for a long weekend. So instead of using the massive away suitcase that you guys always see in the pack with me vlogs or the travel vlogs, I'm actually going to be using my carry-on suitcase. I get a lot of heat in the comments for using that massive suitcase all the time, no matter what the occasion. And the truth is, I just love it. I love that I have enough space and don't have to worry about the weight, buying things on vacation, bringing things back, you know, the whole 9 yards. I just love that suitcase, and 9 times out of 10 I'm also getting it for free with United. If we're flying United, I get a free checked bag. For this vacation, we're actually not even flying, we're driving. So you may be wondering, why aren't you just using the away suitcase if you're driving? You just said that you love to use it and that you will use it no matter what. I just went on a 5-day vacation to Kansas to visit my family. If you guys saw, well, actually I didn't post a vlog for that, but I posted about it on TikTok. So if you watch TikToks, go back and watch the TikToks. And I actually used a carry-on suitcase for that trip, and it worked really, really well. I feel like I packed super efficiently, and I didn't even end up wearing a lot of the clothes that I packed. So I only ended up using about like half of the suitcase that I actually packed. And I'm going on a trip for the same amount of time this coming weekend. So I figured for this pack with me vlog, I would do a pack with me for a long weekend getaway in my carry-on suitcase to give you guys some of the tips and tricks that I used on my last trip, because it worked really, really well, and I would love to share those with you guys. So pack with me to go to Alexandria Bay for 5 days. If you guys are new, I don't think I've even talked about this, but Alexandria Bay is basically upstate New York. Alexandria Bay is on the St. Lawrence River in upstate New York, also known as the Thousand Islands. The Thousand Islands is actually half in the US, half in Canada. Like, that's how far up north we're going. And I lived there for a duration of time during my life. My dad was in the army when I was growing up, and so I moved around a lot, and one of the places that he was stationed was Fort Drum. So because he was stationed in Fort Drum, we owned a boat, and we would boat and live basically every single weekend on the St. Lawrence River, specifically Alexandria Bay. We still have friends that live there, so we're going to visit them this weekend for the 4th of July weekend. So that is a little bit of a rundown on what this video is about, where I'm going, how I'm planning on packing, why I'm doing what I'm doing. Don't even know if you guys care. I'm sure you're just like, okay, get to the point, get to the actual packing content. So I'll do that. Before I show you all the clothes that I have laid out on the bed, I want to show you guys a little tour of my carry-on suitcase. I've probably showed this in previous vlogs, but I don't think I've talked in depth about it the way I've talked about my away suitcase. This is just a Samsonite carry-on suitcase. I got it off of Amazon years ago, and it has really held up. I love it. I don't even think it's like really that expensive. It's probably around $100. I'm pretty sure I just influenced my parents to get the exact same one. I've had it for years, never had an issue with it, has never broken, knock on wood, and I use it for all of my short weekend travel getaway. So I personally love it. I really don't think it's necessary to buy like a super bougie, fancy carry-on suitcase. I have my away suitcase and I love it, but that was a gift. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to buy the carry-on suitcase from away myself. If it was given to me as a gift, I would love it, obviously, but I really do think a lot of the times cheaper carry-on suitcases work just as well as the expensive one. So let me show you a little tour. Okay, I don't really know the best way to show this, but we're gonna start this way and then the angle may change. This is, like I said, the Samsonite suitcase. It has a little TSA lock on the front, so you can lock it so that no one breaks into your suitcase, or if like someone steals your suitcase, they wouldn't be able to get into it easily. But TSA obviously can get into that with their like universal lock thing. So I do have a lock set on it, and I actually do use a lock just to be cautious, but I've never had an issue with anyone trying to steal my suitcase. It does have an expandable zipper, so what this does is right now, you can see the suitcase is really skinny, but for some reason, if I were to like pack this to the brim and was unable to zip it up easily, you could expand the suitcase to give yourself more room inside so it could zip up a little bit easier, is my understanding. I don't use the expandable part a lot. I did use it on this last trip because I did pack a lot of clothes and I didn't pack as organized as I probably should have coming back to New York from Kansas. So I did use the expand part and it does work really well. It works how it's supposed to. You guys probably know what that is, so I'll stop talking about the expanding part. And then this is the main area. So once you actually open up the suitcase, this is what it looks like on the inside. We have two sides. One can zip closed, and it has this additional pocket where I tend to put like socks or underwear or bras or something like that. But I like the fact that the spaces are like very separate, because a lot of the times I'll put my dirty clothes or my clean clothes on this side so that they don't touch each other when traveling back from vacation. I really like that I can keep things separate, or like shoes or something over here. Whatever I don't want to be touched, I can zip in. And then this has a little clasp thing where like once you put your clothes or your towels or your shoes or whatever you want in this side of the suitcase, you can buckle it in so it stays put and it's not flying everywhere when you open your suitcase back up. And then I think that's pretty much it. There's this pocket, which I've personally never used, but I guess you could put like accessories or jewelry or underwear or something in there. I honestly didn't even realize that that existed, so I don't use that part a lot, but I guess there is a second little pocket there. But yeah, this is what the inside looks like. I think that it is a good amount of space for a carry-on suitcase, and I like the fact that it already has some sort of organization when you open it up. So once you put like packing cubes or clothes or shoes or whatever are going in here, it already remains semi-organized and you don't have to do too much work, if that makes any sense. I am gonna end up putting packing cubes in here because that's just how I pack. If you guys have seen the previous packing vlogs, you know that I swear by packing cubes. I just think that it helps separate my clothes, keep them organized. I know what's in each packing cube. I like do a packing cube for clothes I need to hang up. I do a packing cube for pajamas. I do a packing cube for bathing suits. I do a packing cube for sportswear. Really depends on how I feel like separating it for each trip. So I am gonna end up putting packing cubes in the suitcase, but that just means that the suitcase is extra organized. So that's a little suitcase tour in case you guys are curious about an affordable Amazon suitcase that isn't like Bays or Away or like $1 million. I really do love it. Now let me show you guys all the clothes that I have laid out for this trip and like my plan of attack for that, because I have way more clothes for this trip than I did going to Kansas, which is a little bit concerning, but I'm still gonna try to make the carry-on work. I think it should work because I'm not gonna have as many chunky shoes as I did for Kansas, so we'll see. All right, I'm turning on the dreaded overhead light in this room. If you guys are around for the vlogs and you're not new, you know we never turn on the overhead light in here, and I very rarely film in my bedroom because the light is giving hospital and I don't like the bright fluorescent light. I'd rather just have like the mood lighting from the lamps, but for the sake of this vlog, we're gonna go overhead light. This is what I have currently laid out for the trip. I don't really plan my outfits too specifically. Like I'll have a general idea of what I want to wear for things, and then I'll just make up outfits on the fly as I pack. I didn't do that for Europe. For Europe, I did plan outfits and try them on, if you guys saw that vlog, because I had like specific things in mind and I wanted to make sure it worked for a trip as large as that. But for like a little weekend getaway, I kind of just make up outfits on the fly because a lot of the outfits I've worn before. I always pack in like a specific way. I don't know if you guys can tell based on this, but I'll put like sweatshirts and chunky things up top. So I have 2 sweatshirts for this trip, and then I have all of my athletic wear here because that's gonna go in one packing cube. So I have one for each day on the river, and they're also gonna double as like little swimsuit cover-ups. And then I have like my real outfits, quote unquote real or just nicer outfits. I'm only packing 3 because I know myself, and I know myself specifically at the river, and I know that 9 times out of 10, the top row is what we're gonna be wearing most of the time, and these will just be extras in case we go out to like a nice dinner or something of that sort. Also, one of them could double as my 4th of July outfit since they're all blue and red. So we have that. Then I have bikinis here. I'm only packing 3, socks, underwear, bras, and then 3 pajamas for, I think we're going for 4 nights. We're going Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night, Tuesday night, and then we drive back Wednesday morning. So enough pajamas for the nights that we're there. And then I'm gonna pack this little bag and this hat. I don't know what's gonna go in the bag yet, so I'll pack that last, but this is what we're working with for clothes. So now I'm gonna grab the packing cubes from, well, I need to shut this door because the laundry is so loud. I need to grab packing cubes that I think will work for these clothes. And first of all, let me grab the packing cubes and then I'll walk through it with you guys because I have like several different sizes of packing cubes and only certain packing cubes will work for the carry-on suitcase. I'm bringing you guys back out here because the lighting is just better. So all of these packing cubes are from Amazon. They're from the brand, I think you pronounce it Bagale. I don't know. I've had them for a while and I love them. They're my go-tos and they're very, very affordable. I have it linked on my Amazon storefront under travel, but I can also just like link it in this video for easy access. But it comes in 3 different sizes. So this is a massive one that I use for my away suitcase because you can fit like 4 of these in the away suitcase. But in the carry-on suitcase, I actually don't use the size because if you can tell, it is quite literally the size of one section of the carry-on suitcase. So it kind of defeats the point of using packing cubes. So for the carry-on suitcase, I use these 2 sizes. These are like the medium and small one. I'll put normal clothes in here and like, well, by normal clothes I mean like my nice clothes, pajamas, or workout stuff in like this size. And then this size will be used for extra stuff. So like socks, underwears, bras, swimsuits, sometimes pajamas. It really just depends on what fits there. But these are the main 2 sizes of packing cubes that I use for the carry-on, just because of the fact that this packing cube is legitimately the size of this entire section of the carry-on. So you would only be able to use 2 of them. And at that point, there's literally no organization. You would just put all of your clothes in the packing cube. And if that's how you want to do it, I mean, by all means, go ahead. But that is not my preferred packing method. So I do not use this big size for the carry-on. I do love these though. They are very affordable and the quality is really good. I don't know, I just feel like I've used them so many times now and they've never ripped, they've never torn. All right, now I'm gonna go through and section off my clothes. Like I mentioned before, I kind of do it in different sections. So I'll put all of my like athletic gear or cover-ups that I think I'm gonna wear in one packing cube. I'll put all my nice clothes in a second packing cube, and then I'll figure out pajamas, bathing suits, socks, underwear, bras after. But I always know that those 2 packing cubes pretty much stay the same every single trip I go on because I pack those 2 types of clothing every single trip I go on. So those like really never change. So I'm gonna go ahead and pack that up now and then we'll talk to you guys after. All right, we have 2 packing cubes done, and I literally just took each outfit and like stacked it in the packing cube. I don't roll my clothes or anything. I know some people do that because they say it's like a more efficient way to pack. I personally don't have the patience for it, and I also don't think that's necessarily true. I think it's the same amount of space if you roll it or just like stack it. So I just try to fold it as small as possible and then stack each outfit on top of each other and then zip it up, and I've never had any issues with that. So I mean, do what you want to do. You could try the rolling method, but I don't do the rolling method for packing cubes. I just think that this works fine. So I have sports clothes in here and then nice outfits in there, and now I'm gonna pack up the rest of the stuff probably in another one of these packing cubes. Just I'm gonna put like my bathing suits in with my pajamas and stuff to try to save a little bit of space. thought I had another one of those big ones over there, but I only have these small ones left, so I just divided it up between two. I tried so hard to make all pajamas fit in one and then use this for just bathing suits and stuff, but it just did not turn out that way. So I have 2 pairs of pajamas there, I have 1 pair of pajama here, and then all my bathing suits are like next to the pajamas. But I think that that's fine because these 2 together are basically the size of one of those. I just like don't have another one of these medium-sized ones. So now we're pretty much packed up. The only thing I have left is socks, underwear, and bras, but those are gonna go in the actual pocket in the suitcase. So I think we can start moving stuff over. Okay, so packing cubes are going in here. Also, I'm wearing shorts with this dress, so if you can see up my dress, it's fine. But you see how both packing cubes literally fit perfectly in here? Actually, you can't see, let me show you. So the medium-sized packing cubes literally fit perfectly in here. And then I can put sweatshirts and stuff on top because I still have like room with this buckle. I'm gonna pack everything else that's on my bed in the suitcase and then I'll show you guys after, but I feel like that's probably the most efficient way to go about it, or else I'm just gonna be stopping and talking every 5 seconds. I closed this side just to see if it would actually close because, I mean, I am able to do this, but it is stuffed to the brim, and I don't think I could put anything else in here. So I have sweatshirts, all my clothes. I did put my bras on this side because I didn't think they would really fit in this pocket. Then we have socks, underwear, and I'll unzip it now that I know I can zip it. The pajamas, bathing suit pajamas, flip-flops, sandals, and then this is my toiletry bag. I've showed this in so many packing vlogs that I didn't feel the need to re-show it, but if you guys are interested in like a really high quality, affordable toiletry bag that fits everything, I'll have a link down below. It is definitely my go-to. It's held up and I really, really love it. I'm just now realizing that almost all of my travel essentials are from Amazon, and that just goes to show that you don't have to buy $500 worth of travel items to have good quality stuff. You can get affordable items off of Amazon and they still hold up. I mean, look how stuffed to the brim this suitcase is, and she's lasted me years and years at this point. Okay, so for this one, I actually might have to do the expander so that I don't break my suitcase, because, I mean, I really did stuff it. So, I'm gonna do that. But look how perfect. She's a beaut. She's thick, but she's a beaut. Hello you guys, it is the next day and it is travel day. So I'm wrapping up the last bit of my packing, which is basically all the stuff that I'm just gonna put in like a bag that's not my suitcase. So like my personal item, it would be on a plane. So maybe you use like a backpack, a little tote bag, whatever it may be. This is all the stuff that I'm gonna put in there. So I figured I would show you guys. Keep in mind that how I'm gonna pack right this second is a little bit different because we have a car, so I can't really have too many bags in a car because we have the entire car. But if I were to be flying or something, I might pack it a little bit different, and I can tell you guys how I would pack it a little bit different. Not every airline is like this, but majority of airlines, I think, you get one carry-on suitcase or bag and then one personal item. So a lot of times that'll be like your suitcase or your duffel or whatever has your clothes in it, and then you can also bring like a purse or a backpack or something that can fit under the seat that's in front of you. I know United is like this. I only really fly United. I've flown Delta and American and stuff like that a few times, but I haven't flown them in a while to know the rules. So just look up whatever your airline's rules are before going on. Some may only allow like one suitcase and not a personal item or something of that sort. And then you may have to like make up your own little method. But planes that I go on, it's one personal item and one carry-on item. I need to get my phone because I need to show you the little list that I made. This is something that I've showed in every single packing vlog and something that stays consistent every single time I pack, every single time I travel, and that is what I call my grab list, aka my last minute list. These are all the things that I need to grab right before I walk out the door, or like the day that I'm traveling, the morning that I'm traveling, things that I need right before I head to the airport. Also known as things that I use that like the night before that I can't necessarily pack until I'm finished using them. So I call it the grab list. You can call it the get list, the grab list, last minute list, whatever you want to call it. And it works so well for me. It's just a brain dump of everything that I could possibly need that I initially forgot to pack or need to pack last minute. So this is my grab list, and obviously it changes every single time depending on where I'm traveling or how I'm traveling. For this one, I have all of these items, and these are things that I most likely used last night and couldn't pack until today, or just forgot about and immediately put on my list to grab this morning. Feel free to take a screenshot of this. And as I go about collecting these things and putting them in my bag, I'll check them off so I know for sure that I've grabbed them. Okay, now let me show you all the things that we're packing in our little personal item. I have my makeup bag and I have full-size products. Typically, if I was flying, I would not bring these full-size products. I do have little travel shampoo and conditioners that I put in my travel bag, but since I'm driving, I, one, don't have to go through like TSA or anything like that, and two, it's just convenient to have the full-size bottles. I'm bringing full size of things. Like I mentioned, normally wouldn't do this if I was flying and bringing just a carry-on, but I can for this trip. Little travel box of this. I have my face sunscreen, chapstick, Motrin, pimple patches, passport in case we go to Canada, wallet. I'm going to carry my hat so that it doesn't get damaged. I don't like packing this in my suitcase because I don't want the brim to like get ruined. Then I have my actual glasses, I have my iPad, I have my Kindle, the 2 pairs of sunglasses I want to bring, and then this little bag actually has all of my chargers in it. Let me show you this really quickly because it's actually a neat little thing that I recently got a few months ago and I love it. This is actually a little case for every single charger that I'm going to bring on this trip, and it just helps it keep it super organized. I was the type of person that would just take chargers and throw them in my backpack and then have to struggle to look for them later, and that quite honestly was just not efficient and it left me feeling very frustrated. So I bought this little pack off of Amazon that can hold all my charging cords. So I have my iPad charger, my Apple Watch charger, my phone charger. I have all of the cubes over here. I have my camera charger. Normally I bring like my Kindle charger, and my laptop charger can also fit in here as well, but I'm not bringing the Kindle charger for this trip, and I'm not bringing my laptop, I'm only bringing my iPad. So it fits a good amount of stuff and it has a lot of space, and I personally really love it. This is another one of those things that's just so affordable and practical off of Amazon to travel, and you would never really think that you would need something like this, but I don't know how to travel without it now because it just helps keep me super organized. Yeah, so this is an overview of things that we're gonna pack in our personal item. And now let me show you the bags that I'm actually gonna use to pack all of this stuff. These are the 2 bags that we're gonna use to pack all of that stuff. If I were flying, I would just pack everything in this little duffel bag and then fold that up and also put it in the duffel bag so that I could use that when I get to wherever I'm going. I'm gonna use this as my little purse, beach bag, boat bag when we're in Alex Bay, which is why I want to bring it, and I can actually use it and put things in it now. But if I were to go on a plane and could only bring one personal item, I would just fold it and put it in this duffel bag because it's actually pretty spacious. This duffel bag, I feel like I get questions on when I travel with it. It's from Vera Bradley, believe it or not, and I love it. I have 2 sizes of this. I have this size, which is the smaller duffel. Then I have the medium/large duffel, which I can actually show you guys that really quickly. This is the medium/large duffel. I am currently using it to hold all my winter gear. So I have like my snowboarding boots and my helmet and goggles and stuff like that in here. And it needs to go to the storage unit because I'm just gonna continue to use it to hold my winter stuff because it's kind of big to travel with. If you like traveling in a duffel, it's the perfect size, but I just prefer my carry-on suitcase when I travel, and then to have the little duffel as like my personal item. So that's the size of this. Anyways, back to what I was saying about this one. I got this years ago. My mom got it for me, and she bought the little one with the big one. I don't know if it came in a set or what the deal was. I don't know if they still sell this exact pattern. They definitely still sell like solid black duffels in this exact same shape, size, everything. Like they still sell this style. I just don't know if they sell the exact color or the quilted pattern, but I can link a similar one from Vera Bradley. I love it. It's held up. It's pretty sure it's machine washable. If not, then you can just take like a wet washcloth and clean it off. It also has a ton of like inside pockets for organization. There's some zippers on the outside. It's just really the perfect little duffel to have as your personal item. It also fits perfectly on top of the suitcase. It's like they were meant to go together, but they're not meant to go together. You know what I mean? I'm gonna use this for like all my bigger products, and then I'll use this for like my wallet and stuff like that. Packed up. So let's go back to this little list and mark off what we have. We have that. Oh, we need to pack a little water bottle, like a reusable one. Let's go to the place that has literally every single water bottle that we own. I think I'm gonna use the Yeti for the river. It'll fit in like a little car cup holder, which is perfect. Now we're good to go. Last thing that we have to pack up is my work computer and charger, which I'll grab in a minute, but for the most part, we are pretty much done. Okay, I have everything fully packed up. Also, another tip for packing with a carry-on, especially for airplanes, is to wear your heaviest shoes. So you should notice that I only put sandals and flip-flops in my actual carry-on suitcase, and then I'm wearing my tennis shoes because not only are they the heaviest, but they're the bulkiest, but I'm gonna wear those in the car, and I would also wear these like on the plane or whatever. It just helps to save not only weight but space. So there you have it, my tips, tricks, packing method for a carry-on suitcase if you're going away for a short weekend, a long weekend, a short trip, whatever it may be. I am by no means an expert, but I do travel a lot, and I feel like at this point I have found what works for me, what doesn't work for me, so just hoping to share some of the wisdom with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.